So it took us a while to finally get a spot to actually film the Q&A, but we are here inside of a pizza place and we are going to answer all your questions that you asked.
Extra virgin olive oil.
Extra virgin olive oil.
Organic farming.
We ordered one pizza. Actually, Vivek, you want to come around here? We're sharing a pizza, so
Yes.
Vivek's in the background here, so should we just get into it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first question is from Batman Rowe. When did you fellas stop eating and get so small?
When did I get so small?
Or lean?
He actually said lean?
Yeah, he said lean.
Oh,
I mean
okay.
mean. Lean. Yeah.
I cut out gluten and dairy. Okay,
Why don't we go
here's a
yours?
question from mine. So GY, what's up, Andrea? G_Y. Oh, she said, what should at Dagger Strength do with his hair? What are you gonna do with your hair?
I'm for sure gonna keep growing it until seal fit, because that's where the majority of my strength comes from.
Oh shoot! So are we expecting this to be cut off after seal fit?
You'll just have to wait and see.
Actually, if you didn't know, the background behind seal fit is, George, you want to briefly describe what you're doing?
Raising money for early onset Alzheimer's. So Baycrest and Seal Fit have partnered together. Basically, I'm going to be going out with a group of courageous men.
I thought you were going to say Korean, but go on. You were going to say a group of
courageous
Korean
men to do something like Hell Week. So if you don't know what that is, just YouTube it, and it's going to be some crazy training for 1 week.
And you might cut off your hair. Maybe we can vlog it.
Maybe.
Okay. Ozia bet. If you only had one more city in the world to travel to, which would it be and why, from a food perspective? Actually, mine would be Japan.
Mine is Japan.
Mine's okay. I'll explain why mine is Japan.
No, I want to go to Japan.
You can't go to Japan
because I want to make mochi.
Listen.
What do you know about
I choose
mochi?
Japan. I choose Japan because Japan.
It's because I want to go to Japan.
I like Japanese food.
Sure.
Not only do I like Japanese food, I feel like Japanese cuisine, they're like kind of diving into like Italian cuisine. Like I have a feeling you'll be able to find like a lot of good Italian restaurants in Japan. A lot of chefs trained in Japan. I can only choose one. I can only choose one city, Vivek.
Yeah, so just go to Italy and let George have Japan.
All right. So okay. So I'm going to Japan, and he'll go to Italy. What provides you each with the most fulfillment? That's deep. That's deep. Move Maine. Move Maine asked this. What provides you each with the most fulfillment? For me, I would say, sounds cheesy, but spending time with family. But as far as career goes, I love working with people and having them come back and say, I'm feeling even 5% better than I was since I last saw you. I like making a positive change in people's lives. That's what gives me the most fulfillment. Obviously, aside from spending time with family and friends, that's my thing.
I thought I was spending time with us.
Spending time with you. You guys are included.
Are we friends?
Yeah, we're friends.
Cool, man.
Asians and brown people coming together.
I guess number one for me is just my spiritual relationship, so my relationship with God, family, but I love doing what I do, and what ultimately that is empowering people to do what they think that they can't do.
V Patty Strength.
That's me.
How much bread can you order at the keg? I have a habit of ordering a lot of bread at the keg, and I know some people will be a little ashamed of it or be embarrassed about it. I have no problem asking for copious amounts of bread while I'm there.
As long as you blame it on someone else.
Yeah, so last time I was there at the keg, we were all eating, and I kept asking for bread, and I kept saying that Vivek was asking for all the bread. So my answer is unlimited bread. You can order as much bread as you'd like at the keg. Dodgius asks, what's your favorite order at Starbucks when you're looking for a jolt of energy? Mine is honestly, I asked for a decaf Americano. I can't do regular coffee these days because
But it says jolt.
I just feel like I drink a coffee and I feel like it'd be the same feeling as being on MDMA.
So you had that feeling before.
I've never had that feeling, but I'd assume that's how it feels because my head starts spinning around when I get some caffeine in me. So what is yours? Decaf Americano is mine.
I have not had any caffeine from coffee in almost 6 months now, but my go-to...
You had a coffee in the last 6 months.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I have not had coffee in the last 6 months. My go-to would be a shot of espresso with a pinch of cinnamon.
Oh, our pizza is here.
Amazing. Perfect timing.
Vivek, show them our pizza.
Should we talk about bread next?
We ordered a
Well,
pizza.
we kind of did with
Roxanne Brown, my favorite. She asks, I've heard you should eat within a half hour or so after a workout. Is this true? And if so, what should I be eating? There's a lot of argument surrounding this. I think lately people have realized that the anabolic window, or that window after eating, isn't as crucial as people made it seem. For me, I like eating after my workouts. It's just built into my routine. And for people, I have no issues telling them to do so because it kind of builds that routine. You are a little more insulin sensitive at that time, so why not do it? But you are not going to lose your gains, in my opinion, if you don't eat within half hour of training.
My simple thing is, right now, I'll just eat around my workout. So if I need to eat a slice of pizza or bread or a dark chocolate covered almond pre-workout because it's gonna help my workout, why not? So I prioritize my workout. So my workout comes first, and if eating a bit before helps, great. If eating after will help me recover for my next workout, great. So just around.
Mountain climbing Grace. This was a deep one. She says, as I'm sitting out of the game these days and unable to train, I recently had a revelation. Achieving a caloric deficit through eating less is way easier, almost effortless, when you aren't training or putting a lot of physical demand on your body. Do less, eat less. It's an actual thing. But I'm a doer at heart, and that's been a long-term plan for me. So I've been pondering this from the sidelines. When I train hard, I need to eat. But pushing for a caloric deficit in order to shed a few pounds in that scenario seems way harder. It's not unusual to either fail at achieving the deficit, or I notice I'm a bit more tired or empty when training when my training suffers. So for those of us that love the training grind and want to stay really active and fit while trying to shed a few pounds by achieving caloric deficit, what are your top tips for hitting the sweet spot of maintaining a caloric deficit while still pushing your training goals with the right amount of fuel? So basically, what I think Mountain Climbing Grace is saying is that when she trains more,
Grace.
Hey Grace, she eats more. When she trains more, she eats more. When she trains less, she feels less hungry. So how can she achieve that sense of satiation when she's training hard? So how can she consistently put herself in a deficit? My simple answer is, initially at first, you're gonna feel a little bit of discomfort in terms of adapting a little bit to the caloric deficit, but for the most part, when you are hungry, I like to fill up on fiber, or as Vivek actually said earlier, just drinking a lot of water. I know it sounds very elementary, but that would be my easiest answer.
It's okay to be hungry, again. If you feel like you're getting the most out of your workout, great. If you feel like you're not getting the most out of your workout, then just eat accordingly.
The real chow, should I still eat even if I'm not hungry, or can I skip the meal?
Skip the meal.
Skip the meal. There really is no reason for you to force yourself to eat unless you're trying to get a certain amount of calories throughout the day. Otherwise, there's no reason for you to force feed yourself if you're not hungry.
Is too much cardio bad? Maybe. What do you do when you don't have a
Wait,
gym?
that's it?
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you should, I think you're best suited to answer this.
Right now, I'm training for the SEALs, like I was saying.
Keep
Today,
it simple.
after this
Keep
pizza,
it simple.
after this pizza, I'm gonna try to do 500 floors. That's gonna probably take me around probably 120 minutes.
Okay.
Is that something that I can sustain throughout the year? Probably not. But right now, that's normal for what my goal is. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So should you be able to run for like 30 minutes straight at some pace, like or jog? I think everyone should be able to jog or move for 30 minutes. If you can't, then try to aim for that.
What do you do when you don't have a gym to work out at? Just give me 3 exercises you can do at home.
I go to the park
Climb trees.
and I run up hills.
Run up hills.
I do push-ups.
You do push-ups.
I do air squats.
air squats.
And I pick up my little cousin.
And he picks up his little cousin.
Or my mom or my dad.
Or your mom. or
Not
your
my
dad.
grandma.
Not.
Not my grandma.
The Real Chow asks, do you have a lot of holes in your pants from sitting in a squat position all the time? That's all you. You sit more in a squat than an Asian, so.
No, it's called progressive adaptation. My sweatpants actually adapt to the force that's placed upon them. In English, no.
So I guess that's the Q&A. I hope we got to everyone. Did we get to everyone?
Yep.
I want to thank everyone for participating. This is our 2nd annual Q&A, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. I hope we were clear. I know that when I'm editing, I'm going to be like, oh, why did I say that? But yeah, that is our Q&A. We will see you guys on the next video.